I'm Joey.
I'm Carlene.
And I'm Pete.
And this is
Triple the Nonsense.
Nonsense.
Wow. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Oh, good. Pretty busy. Both my birthday and my mom's birthday was a few days ago. So big 3-1.
Should we sing?
No, we should not sing.
No one, I think nobody over the age of 8 likes having the birthday song sung to them.
Well, I'm 28 and I love it, so you're wrong.
You're a little crazy.
That's fair. Well,
but
anyways,
you're 28 going on this many.
That's fair. Well, welcome to Triple the Nonsense, the podcast. For those of you who are watching the video, you can see your beautiful faces. For those of you listening, welcome to the pilot episode. Carlene, how are we starting? Why is this a thing?
So for those who don't know, we're all from TikTok, and every Friday night I have gone live for the past couple of months, and Joey and Pete have since then always wanted to hop on a guest live with me. So it's been kind of in fruition for a couple of months now. And then one night, the three of us were on my live, and a couple of people were saying, "You guys are hilarious. You should start a podcast."
Because we are hilarious.
Because we are hilarious together.
Facts on facts.
And since then, it's kind of, been a work in progress. We've, the three of us have come together, and really started planning this podcast, from getting microphones and, our episodes all set up together. And now it's just a really big TikTok live now. That you can see
basically
various different platforms now.
Everywhere. Follow us at everything. Man, I'm more organized for this podcast than I currently am my job. Granted,
you are impressively organized.
Granted, we're on vacation right now, so that's okay. Like, when I need to be organized, it's happening.
That's the thing about winter break, is you get a lot more time to do things.
That is fair. Cleaning, not so much. Everything else, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
So since this is our first episode, we're kind of going to talk a little bit about how we all know each other specifically, and just kind of give like a background about what the future of this podcast is going to be, and all the things. And it's going to be so much fun. And since we can all collectively agree that out of the three of us, our friend Pete has the worst memory, we're going to let him go. We're going to let him go first and describe how he first remembers meeting Carlene and myself, and then we'll go from there.
All right. So once again, worst memory on the team here. So there's definitely going to be some gaps to fill in.
Why do you have the worst memory? There is a reason.
So I have had several concussions. The current tally is 14. It's been a couple years since I've had one, so I'm pretty happy about that. Most of them came from playing football back in the day when you got your bell rung and you got back in there.
Sports.
I had 9 before I left high school, so most of it's football. I played rugby for a bit too. I only got 2 playing rugby, a couple of car accidents, the usual suspects for concussions. So please excuse all of the gaps in my memory and all of the mismemories that I probably made up in my head. But I definitely met Carlene first, where obviously through TikTok. That's how like the three of us know each other, is through TikTok. We put together a group of teachers that we just kind of like put into a Snapchat group. We were able to like kind of be there for each other and like bounce ideas off of each other. Kind of at the height of COVID, I found it to be extraordinarily helpful to have all of these great ideas from teachers at different levels. And I think that helped me prepare for teaching online and all that. But anything else. So like, first of all, I became grateful to people like Carlene for having ideas and being helpful, and also just being a kind person, because like we're all going through our own stuff. And she is one of the most extraordinarily kind people probably on the planet. We have since dubbed her the Queen. So if you ever hear us referring to Your Highness, Your Majesty, we are referring to Carlene. She is royalty here. Her hair is dyed purple on the ends, and purple is, of course, the royal color. It is beautiful.
And her face is currently beet red because she hates
Yes.
compliments.
She doesn't like
That is not true. I'm accepting it.
She's done a lot of work on herself to learn to accept compliments, because we barrage her with compliments all day, every day. It's one of our favorite things to do for Carlene, because she's also just doing the same thing for everybody else. So it's kind of how Carlene and I got to know each other, to my memory. And then Joey came in as like a secondary character. Carlene, like he and Carlene were friends outside of our teacher group, and then they were doing lives together on TikTok a lot. And then we were like, hey, you're pretty funny, we like you, come join our club. And ever since then, he has been one of the funniest faces in the group, and is a good sport about being the brunt of a joke, because he also passes that along. He brings the most chaotic energy.
Me? Never.
Yes, you.
That's a
in my
lie, Joey, and you know it.
His ID is Chaotic Yukon Cornelius, because he looks like Yukon Cornelius from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cartoon from, I don't know, the 70s or 80s. And that's how he is. And he is absolutely chaotic and wonderful. And so we enjoy that. And I like to troll him and everybody else in the group too. It's fun.
Well, I'm glad you like to troll, because your name in my phone and Snapchat is troll of the group. So it just makes sense.
Proud of that. I will wear that like a crown.
I mean, as far as how we met, that lines up with me. I'll go next, because Carlene factually has the best memory of the three of us. So I'm kind of just like average in the middle. So yes, I did meet Carlene first via TikTok. If I'm not mistaken, and Carlene, don't correct me yet, because you'll correct me when it's your turn. But I believe like I used to do this thing last summer, because COVID canceled everything, all my summer jobs. I had nothing to do. So once I hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, I went live every day at lunch and had a lunchtime live, and just ate lunch on TikTok, and it was just a blast. And I'm pretty sure that's how Carlene like first found me in like my series I used to do called Tell Me Your Thoughts. And then we like became friends, and I would go into her lives. And one day we randomly like chatted on Instagram, because she was like, help me tune my ukulele. And then like, we just did that. And then we just like, and then we just like slowly became better and better friends. And then like Pete said, one day I was on a live with her, and she was like, I'm adding you into this Snapchat group. And then I was added to the group, I think March of this year. And then that's when I met Peter for Louise, as I call him, and and all the people. And so Pete and I got closer in that group, and all the things. And we a lot of the times fight about which one of our dogs cuter, even though we both agree both our dogs are cute, but like it's fine.
They're both the cutest.
Absolutely. And that's, as far as I know, that's my memory. And if you feel like we're being mean to Pete, it's okay. It's out of love.
It's okay. I'm cool with it.
I mean,
It's my favorite love language.
I was going to say, things that you guys should know about the three of us is we like to troll each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, Joey's always telling me that, my love language is insults.
Absolutely.
or being mean,
Yeah,
as Pete would also say.
Gentle
So
bullying. It's a love language. It's real.
it's a love language for the three of us.
And like, yes, we have moments of being nice, but if it was nice all the time, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
True, very true.
Yeah.
Run.
So Pete and Joey have kind of already hit some of the points. We all have met from TikTok.
We did it.
The one thing I do remember when I did meet Pete, and I think, if memory serves me correctly, I started following you after the start of the Teacher Olympics, which was something that kind of went on during the summer of last year on TikTok. And I don't know what, drew me to, start talking to Pete, but it's definitely become a real, important friendship in my life. He is always there for me when I need it, to lend an ear, to, complain to, and we'll get into this later episodes, but there was a time where, he really, was defending me and my friendship with others. And, he's just a really, sweet guy. And again, he can't take compliments either. So,
Very true. Yes.
But, we are part of a teacher group on TikTok, along with, just really some amazing people. And you all know who you are when you listen or watch this podcast.
Me.
And for
Incorrect.
Joey, it is true. I kind of stumbled into his lives when he was going live every morning for me, for his lunchtime lives. And then, him and I kind of hit the nail when I duetted him. And I believe
I forgot to mention the duet. I'm so sorry.
I think my first duet with him was a popcorn karaoke to Harry Styles' "Sweet Creature."
Of course, it was Harry
And that, and that
Who's
has
that?
to be, and that
I've
has
never
to be
heard of
one
him.
And that has to be probably one of my favorite duets of all time. Joey is just a spitball of fire, and I love having friendship with him. So, it's true. Don't laugh at me.
I know. I just don't think I've ever been described as a spitball of fire.
I know. You're a spitball of fire.
Like spitball by itself, or like I don't even know, but that's great.
Take
Spitball
it,
of fire sounds
accept it.
terrifying.
I mean,
Thank
he
you
is
so much.
He is, some form of chaos.
Yeah. Several forms.
So,
Chaos incarnate, one might say. It's fine.
so
So
but
we
yeah,
did it.
that's how I met these two lovable humans who neither one can take a compliment, nor can I, but I
And
wouldn't
now
be.
we're
Joey's probably the best at it, I would say.
Well, that's because secretly I'm a narcissist, so I love it.
I have one secret, and it says I'm a narcissist. Surprise.
And now we're stuck together for the rest of our lives because
Mhm.
we've committed to this podcast.
Yep. It's in writing, so there's no way to avoid it. So,
That's very true. Yeah, for sure.
surprise.
So some of you guys have actually seen our little promo we've posted on TikTok, but we'll kind of go over, what you guys are going to kind of see as far as a podcast. So we are going to, for the near future, post every Monday, time to be determined. I do believe.
I'm thinking 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that by the time everyone wakes up, it'll be there. And then if you have a long drive to work, you can listen to us on your drive into work, or if you, it will still be there and exist forever on the internet when you're out of work and you can listen, or if you are unemployed, listen whenever you want. So it'll be there.
Listen multiple times if you'd like.
Yes, listen all the times, like all the things, rate it. That's how podcasts work, I think. And that's great.
And we are going to do a video podcast form along with our audio. So you'll be able to check us out on YouTube as well. And we'll have all those links and information for you guys as well once we get that all situated as well. But I think was that it?
Well, we can also talk a little bit about like what the format of this is going to look like, because there are some podcasts that are like specific to talk about this one thing, or it's like, two big personalities or whatever. What we've basically collectively agreed on and decided to do, / my sister came up with the idea, and if I didn't mention that, she'd probably get mad at me. But not including this episode, because this is just the pilot first episode, we're kind of just like, testing the waters a little bit. But starting next week, it will be like a 3-episode arc about a topic. And each one of us will have an opportunity to basically be the host of said podcast underneath that topic. So for the next 3 episodes, for the remainder of January, each episode is going to be like more in depth, getting to know each one of us. And we're going to go in age order. And seeing as I'm the oldest in the group, I'm going to go first. So
excuse you, sir. 28 is not old.
I'm the youngest. Yeah.
First off.
I mean, technically, yes, in age order, yes. But in the opposite one, you mentioned because you're a liar.
Yes, I'm the youngest, blah, 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 blah. So the episode next week, Pete and Carlene are going to be basically interviewing me to get more in-depth information about just who I am as a person. So get ready, haha. And then the week after that will be about us, Pete and I interviewing Carlene. And the last one will be Carlene and I interviewing Pete. So after that, the world's kind of our oyster, and we can think of whatever topic we want to do for the next 3 episodes. If you have ideas, you can either, if you're watching the YouTube video, put a comment. If you're listening to this, you can go to the YouTube and leave a comment. I don't know if you can leave comments on Spotify or not. We're new to this. Or go follow us on TikTok, and you can any video there be like, you should talk about this, and we'll do it.
We do love
because
ideas. Yes.
We love ideas, because as great as we all are, we're only human. So whatever you would like to hear us talk about, let us know and we'll do it.
Well, and
Within
also in future episodes, we're going to have some of our friends to be guest hosts with us and talking about different topics as well. So also look out in the future for that as well.
It's like quadruple in a sense.
You two have other friends? What's that like?
I don't
My
know,
friends
Joey.
are-
You tell me.
My friends are animals.
Same. That's a big mood. But realistically, I think we did it, fam.
First episode, pilot done.
First step's the hardest.
It is. I hope so. Gosh. So again, friendly reminders, make sure if you're listening on any platform, please like us, give us a rating, all the things. Follow us on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. All of those links are going to be at the end of the video if you're watching the video, or in the description. Like and follow us there. Leave comments. What do you want us to talk about? All of the things. And maybe one day we'll have an ad break, but not today. And it'll be all good things. But hey, thank you all so much for listening or watching. Carlene and Pete, I'm so excited to be doing this with you. Thank you for existing
We're
in my
doing it.
life. We're doing it.
It's happening.
It is happening. Well, on that final note, I'm Joey.
I'm Carlene.
And I'm Pete.
And this
This
is
is
Triple
Triple the
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.